Hello, YouTube. Welcome back to Stellaris and the Cyberwarian Eradicators with the CCM. When last we left off, we were just finishing off the last of our enemies here. Now, off screen, I did do some more work, mostly just adding some more buildings, making things a little bit nicer, upgrading planetary capital buildings, yada yada yada, blah blah blah, adding a few more ships. Nothing too important. I did get started on a upgrade to my Dyson swarms, basically making sure that we keep that positive income of energy credits coming on in. Now, I did also do a little bit of looking for our future expansions, and these guys have absolutely nobody defending them. These guys absolutely have nobody allied with them. So we can take them easy enough. These guys also don't have anybody really defending them. I mean, sure, a few guys, but most of them are just weaklings down here. Nothing to be worried about. That being said, to get to them, I'd have to get through these guys. And these guys have basically an entire gosh dang, well, a vassal swarm, basically, to protect them. And that's going to be a slight issue. These guys right over here are the bosses of these guys and several others, actually. So, unfortunately, pushing through these guys would be annoying because, well, first and foremost, as you can see right here, they staggered their dang freaking stuff. So I'd have to hit these guys first, then declare war on these guys, then I'd have to continue the double war. Not very fun. Hopefully, when I take over these guys, I have a straight shot into these guys more easily. I should, from the looks of things. It kind of looks like there's something here, but we'll have to see when we go and actually start said war. Because we will probably eventually be starting said war at some point in time. If not right now, then sometime in the very near future.
Time for some new chrome.
Nope. And as soon as I unpause, we get a new technology. Now, one thing that I feel like I need to point out is that when I do this whole off-camera stuff, I don't unpause the game. I don't unpause the game. I do it with whatever resources I have on hand, including trade. You'll see that both the energy credits, minerals, and trade minerals are all down in the toilets compared to when we ended. That's because, obviously, I just sell what I need to sell, get the trade, and then buy what I need to buy. Easy as that.
Attempting brute force entry on an enemy station. Spaceport breach detected. We're under siege. Mixing it up with a hostile fleet.
Era artifact recovered. Retrieval units operating out of the Scholar have successfully recovered an artifact from Ganta 6A, whose origins can be traced back to the Era precursor civilization. Our databanks are currently being updated with the new information we gained through the study of this item. Neato. Alrighty. We're clearing out what's left of these guys.
More space for a mega block is available. More space for a mega block is available. Spaceport breach detected. We're under siege. Build job complete.
I also created a new fleet
Hostiles
because
engaged.
sometime during the last episode
Time for some new chrome.
we got a new commander, which is something that can happen pretty regularly if you're, well, like how these eradicator, guys dang it, determined exterminators. There, jeez, took me a while to remember what the civic was called. If you're a determined exterminator like me, or just a very war-focused empire, you're going to be getting extra commanders, basically a lot, honestly speaking. I mean, and it can be very helpful, especially if you actually have, well, you know, leaders that can die because of old age. You know, new blood coming in just as the old ones are just getting ready to retire, slash, you know, permanently retire.
New job in
And
this
new
situation.
contact. Yep, hello, we'll kill you later. Oh, another one. Hello, we'll kill you later. Precursor discovery. Diagnostic array Theta has registered a possible irregularity on Amestus 1. No Cyberwarian units are known to be operating in the vicinity of this uninhabited astronomical body, but a preliminary analysis indicates that it may have been visited by a precursor civilization at some point in the distant past. Ah, cool. Cool.
Mixing it up
New
with a hostile
anomaly.
fleet.
Hidden worlds. Ah, yes, this one. Yes, we will excavate the site. Okay, so, hidden worlds. The crew clearing the quicksand on Hizar 2 has made a spectacular discovery. Hidden deep within the basin is a colossal alien space station. Architecturally stunning and built with technology far superior to our own, is a true work of art. The station appears to have crashed to the surface, surviving the impact thanks to its unusual shielding capacities, which our scientists are now eager to examine. Regrettably, an archaeological excavation would prevent us from working the land until its completion. We will excavate the land because that will give us a relic. That's an archaeological site, and I know they'll give us a relic. I have a vague feeling like I remember what it was, but I
More
can't
space for a mega block.
exactly say for certain that I know exactly what the archaeological site will give us. I think I know what the main points are, but we'll have to get a couple of
We're under siege.
points under our belts before I can say for certain.
Mixing it up with a hostile fleet.
And I'm sure I said this before, but I'll say it again. Once you get to this point in the game where you are this strong, honestly speaking, the biggest threat to you
More space for a mega block is
stops
available.
being the fact that
Spaceport breach detected. We're under siege.
you
We've constructed something game.
have any actual enemies, and more the fact that you're so large, your enemies might be able to mess with some of your stuff before you can swoop on in and smack them around. That's the actual
More space for a
issue.
mega block is available.
Alright, you're a mining base. A series of deep boreholes on the surface of Goal 4A are all that remain of the era mining operation that was active on this world some 1.2 million years ago. The Scholar has conducted a thorough surface scan, but we have yet to find the remains of any actual mining facilities.
New
Peculiar.
job in the situation log.
Very peculiar. Disease control. Ah, we're advancing the plot. Debris from what must have been a massive orbital station have been discovered around Goal 1. Artifacts recovered amongst the debris have confirmed that this space station served as headquarters for the Era Concordance Authority of Disease Control some 1.2 million years ago. The Era were far more susceptible to alien diseases than most known species, and the budget of their public health institution nearly rivaled that of their military. Despite this, surviving records show that their entire species perished from the Jovarian pox. Interesting.
Spaceport breach detected.
Oh, hey.
We're under siege.
Apparently, I forgot that we had this extra road. So, we have the Arcane Rift Manipulator. Its passive effect is we have an increased research speed. That might explain why the hell we are discovering shit so damn much. That might explain why we are researching so damn quick. Of course, it has no active effect because it's apparently just a collectible. You can see that it's blue. Its name is blue. That tells you that it most likely came from the Giga-construction mod. You'll notice that occasionally, whenever I'm reading the text of events and such, there'll be occasionally one that'll be blue. Yeah, that should tell you right then and there that it comes from the Giga-construction mod. Alrighty. Let's see. What technology do we want to get? Honestly speaking, we don't really need any of this stuff, but I will take this just because it is nice to have.
More space for a mega block is available. Mixing it up with a hostile fleet.
And are you okay? Yep, that would explain that a little bit. Yep. One of the main problems with there we go, archaeological project completed. After investigating the boreholes on Goal 4A, our archaeologists found the fossilized remains of over 100 Era miners at the bottom of one of them. They appear to be more victims of the Jovarian pox that brought about the fall of the Era Concordiate. In a futile attempt to keep the disease from spreading, their comrades dumped the bodies down one of the boreholes before the moon was evacuated. An interesting find. And unfortunate. Did not help them, apparently. Yeah, one of the main problems with trying to fight any of your enemies is literally the problem of is always going to be the fact that their defensive armies are always going to be stronger than your assaulting armies. Or at the very least, they will most likely be stronger than your assaulting armies. It won't be until you're really into the late-ish game, or if you just rush tech and decided to just go all in for the higher tiers of soldiers, which is a thing that you could technically do if you wanted to, but I think I said this in the previous playthrough, but tech rushing is not as good as it used to be. It used to be that was actually the main driving meta, is you immediately toss as much into advancing your technology level as you can. Like, you basically sacrifice everything just to try to get as much technology out as you possibly can. However, they fixed that, I believe. Oh, hey, where is... apparently we... got rid of... There you are. Okay, you guys, head on over here and get yourselves upgraded. Okay, yeah, it's no longer the thing to do to be able to be, you know, a great and awesome civilization. If you want to make your civilization overpowered, I believe the new meta is Unity, I think. I honestly don't really care. I really honestly don't care.
We're under siege. Hostiles engaged.
I never bothered doing what was actually meta. Even back then, I didn't really do the whole technology thing. I mean, I put more effort into technology back then than I do now, but that was only because, well, it was actually kind of worth something back then. Nowadays, it's not really worth much, so I don't really bother.
Planetary features augmented.
Archaeological project complete. Okay. We have recovered the remains of several research logs from the debris field above Goal 1. Their final entries were all focused on finding a cure for the Jovanian pox that was sweeping across the Era Concordant. They were growing increasingly desperate as the situation worsened. Last entry reveals that the pox had spread in an uncontrolled fashion on the space station itself. An attachment detailed all their failed attempts at producing a cure in a vain hope that the data would be useful to future generations of Era scientists. An interesting find. And unfortunate. It's never nice seeing the fall of a great empire.
We're under siege.
And I'm gonna take a quick second to take a quick, well, not break, but, well, break from actually doing any, fun work to go through my stuff here and just get rid of all these minerals. So I'm gonna, actually, I think I'm gonna cut the recording for just a second or two. If you guys would rather watch me actually do this stuff, feel free to let me know, but I really don't want to bore the snot out of you guys, so I'll just cut it here, and I will cut back. Okay, there we go. I'm done. I finished putting everything together. Like I said, I think that's what I'm actually going to do from now on, whenever my minerals are, well, that high up, which is probably going to be quite often, seeing as how we're getting almost 1,500 every single turn, every single month. So expect a few jump cuts every time that happens. Of course, like I said, I can add it onto the content if you guys would want. I mean, all I'm doing is basically just randomly chucking stuff into the planets. I'm not actually doing it with any real intelligence. So it might even frustrate a few of you that actually know what you're doing in this game.
More space for a
you might start saying, Alan, why the hell are you doing that? That's completely unoptimal. You're being an idiot. You're...
More space for a mega block is available.
That's not how you're supposed to do that, Alan.
Spaceport breach detected. We're under siege.
I'm doing this as much to save your sanity as it is to, you know, not have to watch an extremely boring bit of nonsense.
Mixing it up with a hostile fleet.
And we're bombing you guys back to the Stone Age. Really don't like doing that, but then again, I really would rather, you know, not run the risk that I won't be able to take the damn planet. Though we are killing off their population, that's for sure, unfortunately.
Mixing it up with a hostile fleet.
Every bit of their population we kill off is more of their, well, people that we can't turn into us. Speaking of which, how about down here? Can we take this? No, I'm gonna need to start bombing the hell out of this planet too. Okay. That's unfortunate.
Spaceport breach detected. We're under siege.
That's quite unfortunate. Oh, hey. Why am I sending you guys down here?
Game-changing upgrades incoming.
Why am I sending you guys down there when I can send you guys up here? Yeah, send you guys up here and basically have you, actually, this is also a... Yeah. That's also a, station. So, let's just send you up
Hostiles
there.
engaged.
And we will prepare for our next, invasion. And do I really care for any of this? Not particularly, no. So we're gonna just start clearing out some of our old ones. Yep, and that's what happens. Well, hey.
Spaceport breach
People are
detected.
changing.
We're under siege.
People are changing. They're changing. Changing. Alright, how are we looking? I don't want to bomb you guys till you're dead. I just want to bomb you guys till
More space
I
for
have
a
enough
megablock is available.
actual power to take you guys down. And I think I do now.
Mixing it up
So
with a
we'll just
hostile
land
fleet.
you guys. Are you gonna keep bombing it?
Initiated. Let's get it.
Yes, you are going to keep bombing it. Even as we
breach detected. We're under
take
siege.
out the... oh well. I could stop them from bombing it, but I'm not gonna. Consider it more incentive for you guys to give up. Cool. Became a tomb world. Alright. We completed our mission on that front. There's no need to go and continue.
Enemy planet secured. Assuming network control.
There we go. There. Alright, cool.
Build job complete.
Alrighty. And now that only leaves us with these guys over here. And how's your armies looking? Really, really strong.
We've constructed something game-changing. Hostiles engaged.
Our energy upgrade is done. Which would be nice if it actually upgraded our energy. Alrighty, what are we gonna get now? You know what? Let's get a few research. Alternative upgrades. And this I don't need to keep. In fact, I don't even want to keep it. And you are, yes, this over here. So, yeah, upgrade you. Okay. And let's see here. How is... Yeah, you're still being wiped out. I'm not landing, am I? No, I'm just entering orbit. Good. Well, actually, you know what? I think I'm just gonna let them bomb it into the Stone Age. I don't think I'm actually gonna go and try to stop it from being bombed back to nothingness.
Build job complete.
And mostly the reason why I'm okay with that is because I kind of have to be.
We're under attack. Time to dance.
I kind of have to be. Their population's probably going to get wiped out before my fleet actually, before my armies are strong enough to be able to go and, land and invade on this planet. They're probably going to kill off the last bits of population. Maybe. I do kind of want to take it, though. I like having a bit of people on there. The only problem, though, is that I don't have enough strength exactly. The only reason that we are as strong as we are is thanks to the dang zombies. Hidden worlds. Records above the station reveal that the former inhabitants were deeply religious and had no contact with the outside world, which they feared and despised. Every aspect of their lives was governed by an omniscient oracle who scribed their destinies at birth. Divine will decided everything from their choice of partner and occupation to the minutiae of their daily lives, leaving them with little individual freedom. Most were afraid to diverge from their destined paths, as all who did perished under mysterious circumstances. What's the other machine type? The servitors, I believe? Determined servitors or something like that? Basically, the other type of aliens, the other type of machine consciousness that basically drags every single organic life into their collective circle and basically treats them like pets.
On-site invasion initiated. Let's get it.
Yep, got that finished real quick. And we better do this one. Oh, another civic slot. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, I better do this. I want to do this because we have so many of these dense jungle blockers on our planets, but I better do that. Getting that civic slot is a big one. That civic slot is a big one.
We've constructed something game-changing.
Yeah, and I can't stop bombing them for even a second, because these little bastards are really just that close to being able to beat us. I mean, we're going to win, but it's only just. If I just pause the game real quick. Oh. Are you telling me that I... Damn it. I wanted to... Okay, see... these guys' max attack is 913. If I was actually able to select any of my damn cyborgs, you'd see that their max attack is 14. And I think their minimum is actually like 4 or 5 or something like that. So our zombies here are really, really damn strong. The problem is that... The problem is that, well, we have no way of really making more of them, honestly speaking. Which is unfortunate. Oh, hey. Looks like we don't have any more sciencey stuff for you to go and check out, so there's that. You, I have absolutely no need for, I don't think. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna... Crashed cruiser. The shattered remains of a cruiser-sized starship can be detected in a decaying orbit deep inside the atmosphere of Lua 3. It appears to have ventured far into the gas giant's atmosphere, perhaps in a... Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember this. This is from last episode. Oh, wait, no. The vessel is too deep to be salvaged, but a structural scan of the wreckage has provided us with some interesting engineering details. Okay, this isn't the we could recover it thing. Huh. I wonder if it is, though, and it's just time-based or randomized. Oh well. Not that it really matters much to me. I wasn't gonna go and try to claim it anyways. At least not right away. At least not right away. And even if I did, I probably would have immediately sent it to its own demise as soon as possible because I really, really didn't care about it. New contact. Yeah, we'll kill you later. Don't worry about that. We'll kill you later. So, we probably are strong enough to take on that Stellar Devourer, honestly speaking. And you. You know what? I'm gonna use you to go and start wiping out some of these roamers. Yeah, I'm gonna use you to start wiping out some of these roamers because they're starting to get on my nerves, so to speak. Actually, not so to speak. They're just straight up getting on my nerves. And of course, there's not a nearby station right here, is there? I really should change that. I really, really should change that, honestly speaking. Yeah. Especially since I need one right here, honestly. These mandates can just blow through that, and if they decide to attack us, we're completely undefended up there. Alright, Hidden Worlds. Destined for Defiance. The archaeological team has made an unexpected discovery. Embedded within the station walls is a hidden surveillance system that seems to have been feeding visual and auditory information to a single point somewhere within the station's core. Someone was monitoring the disciples at all times, even in their most private moments. In some places, the equipment has been torn out or sabotaged. Closer to the central hub are signs of violence and disruption. Seems as though at some point the inhabitants discovered they were being monitored. And yes, this is exactly what I think it was. So I know exactly what relic we're going to be getting. Oh, galactic core. Ever since our species achieved spaceflight and ventured off into the stars, one aspect of galactic geography has eluded astronomers and physicists alike: the galactic core. Indeed, until now, the core has been completely detached from the rest of the galaxy. However, new advances in hyperspace mapping techs have led our scientists to believe that the core might actually be reachable using the hyperlane network. If we can figure out where exactly the faint hyperspace breach points are located, a special project has been prepared to find and exploit said points in order to access the galactic core. A few hyperlanes leading to the core will be created upon completion. So our scientists advise starting the project after ensuring our rivals won't be able to use them. There is no way to predict where the hyperlanes will end up being, though, however.
New job in the situation.
That is very much not a joke. I will say that in my experience, there will be four points, 4 lines that'll branch out. Now, where exactly these points will go is unknown, but usually they're in the cardinal directions, and it's not too far of a stretch to say that 1 or 2 might be protected, quote unquote, by a fallen empire just by virtue of that's how the card's laid out.
Build job complete.
Which is why you really want to get to the edge of the galactic core with your empire and have a pretty big spot for it too. If you can help it. If you can't, you can't. But you really, really do want to have it if you can.
Roamers on the grid.
Okay. And yeah, here's just a little taste of what I do while when I shut off the recording for a quick moment or two. I basically just do this, where I just go and find what I need to find and add it to all of this. Let's make this an archive. Yeah, I don't really go and do anything with any sort of, do it with any sort of, how do I want to put this? Thought really put into it. Oh, well, that will explain why I'm losing gas. I have quite a few of those. Oh, let's go with this one. Yeah, and I'll just finish that off with the research. How many more do I have? I'll keep a few more of them for the generator here. Yeah, it's not exactly a very interesting thing here to do this, but it is unfortunately necessary. And while I did say that I don't really do much with science, when your empire gets this big, it stops being a case of diminishing returns and starts just being something that, well, there's really no reason not to go and add them to the system because, well, what else are you going to do? You might as well just add them. Especially since your empire size does affect your how much your technologies, how much actual research you have to do to get said technologies. So you might as well just add them onto the station. Mystery. Yeah, that'll do. I haven't been doing a lot of Unity. I haven't been adding a lot of Unity to it anyway, so I might as well just do that. Oh, toss down a whole bunch of generators, and actually, I think I'll just leave that as a pure generator world. Actually, that would be a good idea. Okay, and what about you? Do we want to focus you on anything? Maybe an engineering specialization? Maybe? Probably not. I'll probably just go with another heavy industry here. We don't need more alloys, but I'm certainly not going to say no. There we go, and nah, I can leave this as a pure mineral world too, honestly speaking. And once again, heavy industry. Yeah, I mostly just go with vibes. Just not even actually trying to sort this all out, really. I just guess, more or less. That's the best way I can put this, is I just guess. I don't actually, do it with any sort of intelligence. I just guess. Ah. And let's see here. Ah, yes. Can't go down there. Well, I can. I just can't go in there yet. How about you? Where are you? You're up here. Alright, let's send you over here to basically do that, and then I will send you over here, because we're going to need to take these once
Trace complete, we got him.
our clearer shows up. Era artifact recovered. Retrieval units operating out of the surveyor has successfully recovered an artifact. Yada yada yada. Blah blah blah. Okay, we got another era thing, and we also have research done. And we got cruisers, which cruisers aren't bad. Unlike destroyers and frigates, cruisers aren't too terribly bad. Oh hey. Oh hey, yeah, this is from the Machine and Robots expansion continued. The Machine and Robots mod. The expansion continued is only because the original mod author he didn't continue it, and somebody else was nice enough to continue for all of us who actually like playing robot empires. So thank you to whoever that guy is. I don't exactly have his name right now, but you guys would be able to see it in the mod options. And I was just about to check to see how many more of these we needed to find. After intense study of our recovered era artifacts, scientists on Techis have managed to deduce the exact galactic coordinates of Earth, the home system of the ancient Era civilization. We should launch an expedition to this system before someone else beats us to it. Contact the nearest science ship. Alright. Where's it at? Where's it at? Come on. It should have just popped up here somewhere. There it is. There it is. Deep within our territory. So we don't actually need to go and worry about anybody being able to take the system. If somebody's able to take that system from us, they were rather impressive because we got closed borders with literally everybody. So if somebody was able to take that system, I would have to say they earned it, because I don't know how the fuck they managed to get through all of our systems, but kudos to them. Not to mention, not only did they somehow manage to get through our systems, but they managed to do so. They managed to do so while also paying all the influence costs that it would definitely cost to get over there. Sorry. Just the thought alone is just hilarious to me that somebody would actually go through that much. Because that's a level of petty that's actually admirable. That I honestly can't argue with.
Build job complete.
Oh, while I'm thinking about it, I should probably call it as. Sorry. And of course, we are just using our main species to colonize things because apparently we bombed a civilization for some reason. I mean, I know we bombed civilizations, but apparently we bombed a whole pre-FTL? And just double checking, making sure that we don't have any pre-FTLs that I need to go and say hi to. But nope, looks like we're all pretty much good. Good. And one thing I do need to see. Yeah, I could go and start killing some of them. Space station. Okay, cool. You, yes. Upgrade. Turn you into a bastion because we kind of need you to be a bastion. Well, we don't need you to be a Bastion, but we want you to be a Bastion. And yes. Fear not, we have updated our archives with information about the cyberware and eradicators for future generations. You will remember long after the inevitable collapse of your star nation. Oh, yeah. In case you don't know, these guys are the curators, which I don't know if I showed them off in the last episode. I sure hope I did. The last playthrough, I sure hope I did because these guys are my favorite guys, bar none. They're the only guys that come close are where the hell are you guys? Am I even in the right? No, I'm not in the right area. The only guys that come close are obviously the ship dudes. These guys are the only ones that come close to being my favorite compared to the curator. And honestly, the only reason I think that the curators are higher than these guys is just because they've been around longer. The curators have helped my butt so much. Because back in the day, obviously, when research was king, these guys sat at the top. Because they would help out with your research so long as you were willing to pay the price. You know, spend their energy credits to pay for their research assistance. Which, all in all, let me tell you, was a very, very helpful boost. In fact, if I remember correctly, I think I remember watching a video of somebody explaining it, and they would say that if you wanted to, you needed to have the curators in your territory. That it was worth going to war with even your allies to get the curators in your territory. Because, obviously, the curators, if they're in your territory and you're not a determined exterminator like me, they slowly build up trust with you, and the higher your trust, the more stuff you can get from them. So, obviously, it was well worth it to have them within your territory so you could get the trust up. In fact, you kind of had to in order to get their trust high enough to get the really, really cool stuff. But even just them not being trustful of you, they'd still tell you about the various Leviathans, like the Stellarite Devourer, the frickin' Matriarch that's up here, somewhere around here. There we are, the Matriarch. They'd still tell you about them and inform you of how much of a chance your fleets had against them. So you didn't actually have to go and, well, save scum. You know, go into the save menu, save, reload, blah, 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 blah. You didn't have to go and be scummy like that. You could actually go and ask them and say, hey, would we even stand chance against these things? And then they'd laugh in your face and say, dude, you have a fleet power combined of only like 5,000. That thing would just crush you. Or they'd be slightly nicer and say, no, you'd get your ass whooped. Just don't try it. Though, most likely they'd probably laugh at you. Oh. Oh, archaeological site. Hidden worlds. We have traced the wiring to a temple complex devoted to the worship of the Oracle and her clergy in the station's central node. But in the Oracle's chambers, instead of a divine entity, resides an enormous AI nexus of the Oracle brand. Wires extend from its core like a nervous system through the entire station. Secret communications between the inhabitants revealed that there was a failed attempt at storming the temple and deactivating the nexus. It seems likely the society collapsed when it became known that their lives were not governed by divine will, but by a prophetic computer. Restarting the nexus will require extensive repairs.
Fleet augmented.
Honestly speaking, I'm pretty sure these two would probably be more than enough to take these guys on. Honestly speaking, they're pacifists, so they're already not going to have a lot of... They're not going to have a lot of strength. Though they do have a lot of defense.
Game-changing
well,
upgrades.
No. Their stations are strong enough. I'm going to have to go and actually I'm gonna actually have to go and use my full fleets. Okay, that works though. I can do so. I'm not worried much. Alrighty. Do I actually want to go for this? It's gonna take a while, but then I can start harvesting it. Oh, 300? No. Nah, fam. Nah. We're just gonna go with that. Well, screw it. I mean, 3 times what any of our others would do, what the others we wanted to do would do, so, might as well.
We've constructed something game-changing.
Besides, the sooner we get that up and
Building
running,
up
the
a new
sooner we can
colony.
go and... Ooh, hey, we were just looking for exotic gases. The sooner we can get that up, the better. Sooner we can get that up, the better. Hidden worlds? Ah, just a little extra thing. Cool. Every now and again, your research things will do that, where there'll be an extra little generic thing where you'll either get extra clues to be able to boost your... Well, hang on, let me head on over to wherever the hell that is. There we are. Alright, I never broke down what these archaeological sites do because I really didn't think to. But let's break down what these archaeological sites do while I have a chance and a thought to do so. This is obviously how it's going to look for you when you start researching, archaeologing these sites. You have breakthrough chance, difficulty, skill bonus, and clues, with the excavation log being various stuff that we'll get into here in a half second. So, breakthrough chance. This reflects the chance of your scientists making a breakthrough during the excavation of the current site. Every time a phase ends, a die, 1 to 10, is rolled. The result of the roll is added to the skill bonus and the clues, then subtracted by the difficulty. So, basically, these two right here combine with whatever this roll is. Let's say that it rolled a 1. So, that would be 11 with these. But then this is subtracted by that. So it becomes 5. If you look down here on the roll outcomes, result is 5 or less, adds 0 clues. Result is between 6 and 10. 6 and 10 adds 1 clue. Result is between 11 and 13, adds 2 clues. Result is 14 or greater, finishes the whole chapter. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for 14 or greater. Well, for this specific one. Obviously, this is an easy difficulty. Yeah, that's right. 6 is an easy difficulty. There are ones that are way higher up, and that's the ones that take a whole crap ton of time. Now, the clues, obviously, those just come from the die being rolled and rolled and rolled, and you being lucky enough to get extra clues from sometimes the random events. Skill bonus, that literally just comes from what level your scientist is at. And obviously, sometimes there's a trait that adds an additional skill bonus to that. Ah, this is the traumatized chick. That sucks. Oh well, anyways, so yeah. And the excavation log here, the phase here is literally right here, the excavation phase. Obviously, because of the traumatized and the archaeologist skill, she has a minus 10% to this speed. So this is, yeah, as you can see. Oh, hey. Never mind. She doesn't have any bonuses or negatives, apparently. Apparently, it balances itself out. So, yeah, this is literally the base. 90 is basically the base. Huh. Interesting. Neato.
We've
Anyways,
constructed something game. New council agendas on deck.
huh, cool. So yeah, that is how those work.
Booting up a new colony.
That's how all of that works. That's how Mafia works, people. It's a neat little system. It is interesting. Really is.
Mixing
The
up with a hostile
main
fleet.
kind of
Booting
problem
up a
with
new
that
colony.
is that
Booting up a new colony. Booting up a new colony.
it can be rather annoying with the higher difficulties. I'm not going to say that it's impossible to do anything. Far from it. It's very much possible to do everything that you want to do. It's just a bit annoying at times. And once again, minor random thingamabobber.
We're under attack.
We got
Time to dance.
We got more minor artifacts, which, you know, I should probably go and... Oh, no, can't do it. Okay, well, that sucks.
Booting up a new colony.
Oh, hey. So... yeah.
Game-changing upgrades incoming.
Oh, hey. Okay, and we got more stuff. And let us see here. We don't really have much that I really super care about. I mean, these two would be okay, but they're not really entirely what I need right now. I mean, I'm mostly just kicking the crap out of everybody, so I really don't need that. And we'll do that because that is probably going to boost a lot of things, actually. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, gosh dang it. Yep. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think we're at a good stopping point right now. I think we can call the episode here. I know it seems a little bit abrupt. We haven't really done anything except for finished off the our former enemy and just did a bit of upgrading on stuff. But you're gonna have times like this where you're just slowly building up to your next war. And these guys are not gonna be super easy. I mean, they're not exactly gonna be difficult. They're not gonna be able to actually, well, hurt us that much. I mean, look at them. Their fleet power is pathetic compared to us. Their technology level is inferior. Their economic power is actually pathetic. I mean, honestly speaking here, they are not... Oh, hey, Boundary Ring World. Huh, interesting. Anyways, they are not actually something that's going to be dangerous to us. The real danger comes from literally their damn freaking star bases. Their star bases are going to be a pain and a half to deal with. They're always going to be, well, strong. This 24,000, yeah, that's a damn thing about it. It's going to be annoying as all hell. So I'm going to call it here because I know that the next episode's going to be slightly annoying when we go into Clear Warnham. I am going to do some off-camera work where I'm just going to go and fix up the Empire a little bit more. And I think, honestly, that's probably all I'm going to do. I was half tempted to say I'm also going to clear up some of these guys, but with how fast we're going through this Hidden Worlds, I really don't want to just, you know, continue through without reading it for you, because I think you guys like actually hearing me read it. And if you don't, well, let me know. So, thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe, do all the YouTube yada 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 stuff. And I hope you have a great day. Sayonara.